So this is the 96 RMX250. It's going to be my 15-hour review. I don't know why 15 hours, but that's about the time I've got on it. You know, I didn't ride as much this summer as I had wanted to because pretty much July and August were really hot. So it's only started to cool down here in the past week or so. So I'll start to get back out on it, you know. So, but overall, the bike's been really great. I have little problems with jetting and stuff. The stock main jet is a 165 and I'm down to a 160, but the big one is the pilot jet. Stock is a 60 and I went down to a 50, and then I dropped the needle position down one, and I'm just now starting to get some color on the plug, where like half of it's just starting to turn tan and the other side's just a little on the black side. So I might keep it there a little bit because, you know, it's only getting into fall and it's probably going to be getting a little colder, so it could probably run a little richer. And I'd really rather run just a little bit on the rich side than on a little bit too lean, because a little less chance of blowing them up. But so I've been playing around with that a lot. It's starting to feel a little crisper on the bottom end. Well, it's kind of like tractory, you know, kind of flatter until you start getting on it. It feels a little better now. It feels a little crisper, so that part I'm pretty happy with. But overall, the bike's been great. I mean, I can really only compare it to the KDX I have, and then you know, 35 years ago when I had an '89 RM250. But this thing is way better than the KDX. The KDX was 220 2002. If you're watching any of my videos, the suspension on this is way better. Of course, it's got a lot more power than the 220. Even when them KX 125 forks I had on the KDX, these forks, they work really good. I mean, they're the older conventional style, but the thing goes over the whoop-de-doos like crazy. I mean, it just absorbs anything you can throw at it. It's pretty good. I've really been happy with it. The back end, I went up to a 6 kilogram per millimeter spring rate from a 5.4. It's probably a little bit on the stiff side. I went by Racetech's suspension recommendations, and I think they got it a little on the stiff side. I think I could maybe like a 5.6 or a 5.8 maybe. But I mean, if you're hard charging, going through whoops and really getting on the gas and going, it really soaks up everything really nice. Front and back seems balanced out pretty decent. I'm really happy. When you do go slow, a little bit slower, or slow down a little bit, it is a little kicky in the back, because with the higher spring rate, I had to adjust my rebound settings and the compression. You know, now they're kind of adjusted to the end of the adjustment setting, so I'm out of adjustment really. So you know, so I had the compression I had to, you know, dial back a little bit, and then the rebound I had to adjust so it would control the rebound a little better. So I'm at the ends of my adjustment on that, so there really isn't much. I don't think, maybe 1 or 2 clicks left. But I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing, like I said, with the carburetor, the only thing modifications I did is I have an '89 RM250 head gasket on here, which was, and I can't remember offhand how much thinner that was, like 20 thou thinner or something like that. And then I milled the head, well, I actually turned it on the lathe, like 10 thou. So it does have a little more compression, and then it has a set of Boysen dual reeds, I think they're called. Not their reed block, but just the reeds themselves. And then the FMF silencer. So I mean, it's dead stock, other than those 2 modifications really. So I mean, it's been really good. The only thing is, if you do spill it, man, it's a bear to get started sometimes, especially when you dump it. I think gas flows into the carb or something. But if you do stall it sometimes, if you just you go up to a corner and you put on the brake too hard. The thing does not like to start in gear for some reason. I mean, yeah, in gear. You got to put it in neutral, and I don't really know why, but if you do that, then it starts straight up. The little trip odometer thing, I really like. That's why I wanted. That's one of the reasons. I don't know. I just like to see how far, you know, how many miles I go on it. I did have one weird thing that's been kind of going on. The front end will seem like super, I don't even know how to explain it, lazy and like too much traction almost, and it's hard to steer. And it happened the one last time. I went out when it was raining, and then I got into some sand, so the sand was really heavy, and it really threw me off. I had never experienced nothing like that. And then this went out yesterday, like 2 days ago, and you know, a lot of the track on the trail I ride is, I'd say hard, pretty much hard packed to just barely soft. Little interruption there. So the front end, this seemed really like, I can't remember where I left off. The last time I went out, yeah, it was hard packed. So I mean, it was fine, and then I hit some sandy stuff, more sand. Plus I was getting tired, so, and it really threw me off. I couldn't figure out what's going on. You know, I stopped sometimes and I make sure it wasn't the bearings up there weren't blocking up or something, or maybe the suspension. I don't know. It was really weird, and you know, it was almost like a low tire. But it, you know, I pushed on it, you know, with my foot, and it didn't seem low, but I think it was just a low tire, because I got home and I checked the air pressure on it, and I only had like 8 pounds of pressure in it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that, because the first few times I went out, I'd never experienced nothing that, except for that one time when it rained and in the deeper sand. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it. Then I've been really happy about my tire selection. I went to a Kenda Millville 2. And the reason I went to Kenda's is because it's a cheaper alternative to the big name brands. I mean, these are only about 2/3 of the price of you know, the big name Bridgestones and Michelins and all that. And I've been really happy with it. It's more of a kind of a hard pack to sand instead of more sand, so it works really good. You know, the knobs are kind of soft, so this has got about 15 hours on it. It's just starting to get a little bit of wear on them, so it's a little bit of a softer tire. Chain sprockets, JT's, been working great. Also got a Kenda on the front, other than being low air pressure. This is a Washougal 3, so I've been really happy with that too, other than when the air pressure went down. So of course got the Turbies hand guards on here. You can see it's protected my hands a couple times. Problem with these things are, you start to rely on them when you're getting up into some trees, and so yeah, that's pretty much it. This is one of them eBay, well, it's an Enjoy manufacturing company. They sell them on eBay. I don't know if they sell them anywhere else. Been pretty happy with that. The gripper seat took a little bit to get used to. It's a little bit different than the other one I had. The other one on the KDX was just like this texture. It didn't have these actual ribs in it. But so everything's been working great. Been really happy with it. See ya.